Hello there, and welcome back to another video, and today I will be speed building and reviewing the third and final model of LEGO set number 31095, the Fairground Carousel from Creator 3-in-1. Now this set has 595 pieces and 3 minifigures, and I know what you're thinking, where is it? It's right here. So today I'm going to build this and wrap it up into a very quick speed build. So here is the completed build. Build time today was about 50 minutes, and let's just jump right into it. So here is the first minifigure, and she is the adult female of the three. So she has these nice, just plain green pants. And then this vest top, you can tell it's a vest because she has her full yellow arms showing. And then you can see the scarf around her neck. And the nice blue and white striped pattern. She has a nice smiling face, but no alternate face. And then just a regular brown ponytail piece. And that just makes for a great first minifigure. Here is the young girl, and she has these short, non-bendable legs in this plain red colour. I say non-bendable because, of course, the adult legs can be bent to have them sit down, whereas these ones can't. There is no articulation in them. And then she has this nice orange dress, again no sleeves because you can see her full yellow arms, and then around the back you can see the belt that was around her waist, as well as the straps tied together, and then she has this really cute young smiling expression, with some freckles which are quite hard to see. Again, no alternate expression. And then she has this nice dark tan hair. And again, it's just another great minifigure. And finally, we have this minifigure. And he has these plain brown legs. Again, bendable. And then this really detailed top. I really like this top. Because if you look, you can see all the pockets on his jacket. And then you can see all the buttons and his brown polo shirt underneath, and then a bit of skin at the top. Unfortunately there's no metallic printing, but it is very, very detailed. And it's a lot less detailed on the back, but if you look closely, you can actually see all the stitches on his jacket. And then he has this nice smiling, this really happy smiling expression. And then because it is full of fairground rides, there is also an expression for if the rides are maybe going too fast. And then he also has this messy hair, unkept messy hair. And it's definitely my favourite minifigure of the three. Next up is this ticket shop and turnstiles. Well, first of all, this is the turnstiles here, and it spins to allow your minifigures to walk through. And then there's these fences protecting this nice flower. That's the same build as in the first model. And then there's these nice gold grill pieces. as well as this nice ticket sign. And then around the back, it doesn't look as good, but you can get a better look at how the ticket sign is built. It's actually made out of a 2x2 and 2x3 plate. And there's also this 2x2 jumper plate in there, which actually makes for the perfect spot to put a minifigure, and that also means that it's really easy to remove. And then of course your minifigures come through here and onto the ride. And now we're quite literally onto the main attraction, which is this Ferris wheel. Now it's not as big as, say, the London Eye, obviously, or one of those quite big Ferris wheels where you can have multiple people in each car. It's one of, as you can probably see, it's one of those Ferris wheels where you sit facing outwards. And as you can see, there is room for 4 minifigures, and it does spin. Although you don't have to just turn it round with your hand, because actually there is this round the back. I will show you it in a minute. So there's actually a geared mechanism to turn it. They didn't have to make it geared, but I like it. I guess you could argue that this still sticks with the space theme, because there's this in the middle, which could be like some sort of capsule, and then this could all be like some sort of spaceship that flies around like this. But I personally just see it as a Ferris wheel. And I think it really works as just a Ferris wheel. Around the side you can see that the front bit is heavy because it is leaning forward slightly, so they could have added something to as a counterweight, but they didn't. And you can also see the Technic bars, the Technic beams holding it up. There's one on each side. And then also you might have seen this large gear and this crank, which is attached to a smaller gear which turns the larger gear. And there's actually another gear inside this black box right here, right in there, and all that does is it just stops this from just falling out. And there is also something quite funny that you can do with this, because if you take this gear off, that's not the funny bit, and then take all the gears off, and then you actually just swap the gears around, so the large gear's on the crank and the small gear turns the Ferris wheel. Then you can have you can make your Ferris wheel go quite a lot faster, like this. And I think that's a bit faster than it's designed to go, because instead of the large gear slowing it down, it actually speeds it up. But of course the instructions don't tell you to do that. So I've put it back. And as I showed you before, you can fit up to 4 minifigures in it. Of course, there are only 3 minifigures in this set. There are these 2. And then also, there's this one, who has some sort of medical issue, which means she can't sit down. and can't bend her legs, so she's just going to have to stand. And then I will just get myself to sit in the final seat to fill the Ferris wheel. Just like that. And now we can have a jolly old time on the Ferris wheel. Now there is one thing you have to remember when you're turning this, because what you have to remember is the direction that you turn the crank, and the Ferris wheel will actually turn the opposite direction because of that second gear. And that just reverses the direction of the gears. But it does mean that it's a nice, calm ride, unless, like me, you decide to swap it around. And the other good thing is the gears aren't stiff at all. For example, if you put a minifigure up here, because of gravity, the Ferris wheel will pull it back down. So if the gears were really stiff, it'd just stay up there. And that just makes it much easier to turn it. And also, you can put the second build right in front of it, and that so that you can imagine your character your minifigure is buying a ticket and then going straight on to the ride, and that works well. All in all, I think this is a great rebuild to a great set. I think it works really well. It looks really good. I mean, they could have made this bottom bit look a bit better on the Ferris wheel. And I do also think that these bits right in front of the slopes look a bit bare, but considering the limited number of pieces, I see why they didn't put something there. Speaking of pieces, how many spare pieces are there? Well, there are this many. So that is quite a lot. Quite a lot of spare pieces. And I'm sure you could make something out of these. Of course, the instructions don't give you anything to do with them for this build, that's why they're spare. But you can easily just use your own imagination and create something that goes with it, or something that doesn't go with it if you really wanted to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.